Good morning, everyone. Here we are. It's the Fruit Nut News from, of course, the barn. How are we doing, guys? You all okay? So, of course, it's Sunday morning this morning, the 12th of the 10th, 2025, which very interesting numbers on this one. 12, 10, 2, 2, 5. It gives us 31, which gives us 4. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 5 gives us 13. So we've got 31 above and 13 below, which of course is reversal numbers. Both add up to 4 and 4, and 4 and 4 is 44. Very interesting. We could also reduce that down by going 4 plus 4 is 8. So once again, we could divide that down again. So just depends where you're at on that. Anyway, good morning on this Sunday morning. Beautiful day up in the northeast of England. Beautiful day. Sun's out. We've got low cloud in the valley. I'll see if we can take some photos of that later on, because it doesn't happen very often, which means that all the cold air is in the bottom of the valley. So very interesting. Sharon Young, good morning. Jenny's in. Diane Williamson, Nina Turner, the whole of Ireland is in. Christine Chambers is in. Christina's in. Gary's in. Minnie Mouse is in. Jill's in. Christina M's in. Debbie's in. Olivia's in. Dave Hunter's in. Deb's is in. Ava's just joined us this morning as well. Oh, that's interesting. 17 participants. How cool is that? The number's 17. We must be banging on the door of advancement, so to speak. Anyway, what have we got for you today? Well, loads and loads of stuff going on. Now, of course, we're talking about Pete Hesketh. Just to keep like a recap, really, of basically what's been going on during the last few weeks. So we got Pete Hesketh, as you remember. He brought all the military leaders together. I think that was last Monday, from what I can recall. And a big meeting. There was a lot of hoo-hawing going on and patting one another on the back. But what people weren't aware of was rather a large number of generals got arrested and gitmoed. Anyway, we'll leave that one there. It's not on Fox News or CNN or not even the BBC, because, of course, they're trying to keep a lid on it. Anyway, Naomi Fox, I think it's Naomi Fox, another American senator or person, very important. They went to Portland cops and they told them straight, you either do your job and protect the people, or you're all going to be fired. This is your last warning. Now, of course, I actually wouldn't be messing about, to be honest. If cops are already corrupt, they will continue to be corrupt. And the reason that they're doing that, of course, is because they are protecting the deep state. This morning, of course, on the BBC, Laura Klunsberg. So we are talking about anti-Semitism, 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 and anti-Semitism. And this, of course, is the rhetoric or the lies behind the accusations of anti-Semitism towards Jewish people. Of course, we had the mosque situation a couple of 3 days ago. So that was another anti-Semitic setup, so to speak. And of course, we got Laura slagging off Donald Trump in regards to the peace deal in Gaza. Now, the thing about this is, of course, is that when you talk about anybody talking against Israel is, quote unquote, always anti-Semitic. Okay. Now, in actual fact, what most people need to understand, they need to understand that the Khazarian mafia or the what should we say, the cabal hide behind the Jewish religion. Okay, so it's not the Jewish people that are the problem. The Jewish people are not the problem. It's the people that hide behind the Jewish thing that are the problem. And this is clear with the violence and aggression that is basically being perpetrated by Benji Netanyahu. Now, of course, what's very interesting about this, of course, is that they're all slagging off Donald Trump, saying that he's not done this, he's not done that, he's not done the other. Well, hold on a minute. He's actually in Israel tomorrow to oversee the signing of the peace treaty. Now, apparently, Keir Starmer's tagging along as a bit of a shoelace, just to get the publicity, so to speak. And here's another interesting one, right? The pro-Palestinian people, like in the UK, the pro-Palestinian people in the UK, this is quite fascinating. Apparently, they are carrying on their protests, okay, even though a peace deal is about to be signed. Now, the people, of course, the Palestinians in Gaza, are absolutely going crazy. They're celebrating the peace, etc., jumping up and down in the streets, parties and all that. Meanwhile, people across the world are still, protesting regards, pro-Palestinian protests, which I found absolutely fascinating. So the question is really, who are the pro-Palestinian people? Because they clearly are either illiterate or they don't kind of know what they're doing and they don't know what they're protesting for. And the question is, who's funding them? I mean, I don't know about you. I work for a living. I can't go around protesting day after day after day after day, support Mark. Do you know what I mean? So it's very interesting. Even, like I say, the BBC are not celebrating either the advancement after all of these many years. But of course they won't, because of course the BBC is not particularly owned by China, but the BBC is, of course, is owned and run by Mossad. The BBC are one of the oldest and founding sort of members, I would say, of the television and the television broadcasting. So that's clearly why. Now, of course, as we all know, Trump's flying into Israel tomorrow. This is tomorrow, Monday. This is massive. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I don't even know what Keir Starmer's going for. I mean, he's got plenty to do at home. Without getting involved in the actual signing, but maybe he thinks that he can go and change Donald Trump's mind. Maybe, I don't know. Now, the Mr. Biden, who hasn't been seen for a very long time and hasn't had any press coverage whatsoever, apparently he's being treated for radiation due to cancer. This of course is in line with Kate, Princess Kate, and of course Charlie Boy. So we'll keep an eye on that one and see what happens. Now, President Obama, who we haven't seen much of President Obama, or should we say Obama, because as we well know, Michelle is a man and is quite well endowed, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, no wonder Obama is very happy, because very, very interesting, that one. And Obama's having a go at Hungary and Poland. Now, of course, Hungary and Poland have said that there's no way are we opening up our borders. There is no way we are opening up our borders, which is leading to the chaos in the EU. So the EU is literally at this moment absolutely in chaos in all different countries. I mean, France France is on the verge of collapse. We had that the new prime minister was chosen. I think it was a few days ago now, and within about 6 hours, he's disappeared. He's disappeared again. Don't want anything to do with it. So yeah, very interesting. Now, it seems as though we've got a lot of hot water going around in regards to the Chinese embassy. Now, apparently, there's been there's going to be, or it's been applied for or approved. I don't know what it is, but a massive Chinese embassy in London. Apparently, it's going to be the biggest embassy in the world, ladies and gentlemen, in the world. So, and apparently Labour, the Labour are in hot water because, of course, they've gagged the security services from talking about it. Now, this was really interesting. The security services, i.e. MI5, MI6 and all that, they've legitimately highlighted this Chinese embassy as a national security threat, okay, which I found rather fascinating that they've come out and publicly sort of talked about this. But the other interesting thing is that they've not come out and said anything about the migrants and the security threat from the migrants. So seems as though the British security services are more concerned over the Chinese than they are over illegal immigrants coming into the country, which is very interesting. Anyway, we shall wait and see. Now, it's also been confirmed, I think this was on GB News. This is on GB News. This has also been confirmed that judges are not acting in an unpolitical way, which means many judges and many police, okay, and many councils, okay, are not acting in the interests of the country or the people, which is what they signed up to do. It's becoming more and more clear that the judicial system and the police force and the NHS is being used as a political tool to drive policy forward. And this is not what it's supposed to be. The police are supposed to be impartial to race, colour, political views, etc., etc., etc. Clearly they're not. Judges are exactly the same, okay? They're supposed to be non-biased. Let's think about Jimmy Savile, shall we, for a while? Let's think about the CPS, which Keir Starmer seemed to have belonged a few years ago. Yeah, very interesting. Now, Boris Johnson, of course, has been urged to explain his dealings with Mohammed bin Salman. This, of course, is the Saudi sheikh. Is that a shaky Saudi? I don't know. And this is an interesting one. In the name of super liberal London, as Sadiq Khan calls it, a diverse opulence of various cultures from around the world intermingling in harmony. Having an intermingling march, where hundreds of people are killed and attacks on the police, and knife crime is out of control. You're more likely to get your phone nicked in London than you are in an actual prison cell. So this multicultural London, this liberal opulence. Now, a local mosque in London is running a charity park run. Absolutely amazing. Raising money for charity. We're not sure what the charity is, but the mosque, the elders of the mosque have banned women over the age of 12 from competing. Very interesting. So here we have a load of, middle-aged men, or should we say granddads and uncles and aunties and, uncles and brothers and cousins, all running with the under-12s. Not really my kind of thing, but anyway, that, of course, is the new up-and-coming religion. Very interesting. What else do we got? Now, Uri Geller. Uri Geller has popped up on the scene after about 700 years out of the limelight, and he's warning Donald Trump not to travel to Al Shamain Shark, whatever they call it, after his visit to Israel. So very interesting. We'll see what comes of that from Uri Geller. Very interesting. Now, as you well know, we've got a green energy platform. Electric cars are the next best thing to owning your own helicopter. And, of course, electric bikes are all the rage. And Sharm el-Sheikh. Thank you, Angie, for that. Much appreciated. Yeah. Now, interestingly enough, we've got solar panels going up like it's going out of fashion. Meanwhile, BP Oil have decided that they are going to open up their 6th new platform in the North Sea. Because, of course, BP have now realised that that electric cars are not going to get very far. Very interesting. I mean, if they'd have only come to me 5 years ago and asked me as one of their consultants, I would have charged them £5 million to say, no, electric is not going to work. There you go. Now, what else have we got? Oh, yeah, this is interesting. Did you know that the UK every year spends £70 million on diversity officers? These, of course, are people that go around talking about diversity. They go and explain about diversity. They go and live diversity. They go and eat diversity. Unfortunately, they are not very diverse themselves, especially when it comes to certain human challenges that we all face. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'll leave it with you for that. Anyway, everything is still chickadee-boo, flying along, doing what it's going to do, and it will, of course, continue to do what it's going to do until it's done what it's got to do. In the meantime, if I was you, I'd just sit back, have a cigar, have a glass of wine, enjoy yourself, and watch the pantomime unfold. As discussed a couple of nights ago, we've got the AI Atlas winging its way towards us with some bright new sparky energy, which is going to blow your head off probably. Not literally blow your head off, but it's probably going to put you in a state of of DNA restructure. That's not happened before, has it? Meanwhile, of course, the planet is rising in, of course, its frequency, and it won't be long before we're all running around naked, hugging one another and telling how much we all love one another. And it will be a bit like the 1960s and 1970s once again. Beaches will be full of naked people, and wine and spliffs will be flowing like it's going out of fashion. Prime Minister's question time will obviously go to a naked version where we can see warts and all. Of course, that is, of course, in the name of openness, transparency, and, of course, the most important word of all, diversity. Anyway, meanwhile, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to get myself outside and enjoy this beautiful day. And hope to see you all again soon. And we'll catch up later on. We'll catch up later on. Now, I am going to see some friends in Brazilian parts. So I'll. What time will that be? So it'll be, yeah, I should be all right for a live later on. I might do a bit of an ad hoc one somehow with no notes. Ooh, no notes. Anyway, take care. Love you loads. See you soon. Bye.